You go. I won't look at you, so I don't laugh.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast with the boom to do an episode on a pay-per-view-ly basis. That's right. Every time the WWE has a pay-per-view, we have an episode or two where we talk about what's going on with wrestling. I am your host with the most, Mr. Chris Nolan, and across the ring from me is my co-host with the co-most, the reigning, defending Geek Out Championship Mark Out Predictions champ.
That's right.
Mr. Timmy C.
Thank you.
Do you like how whenever you're the champ, I add in that stuff? I never like embellish myself with the reigning defending bullshit, but I give that to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I tell you, and it's so great. My cheeks continue to hurt from smiling so much. Yeah. I get a lot of great compliments. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. It's a great feeling, and I've held it for a little while because it has been a little while since we've seen each other.
Yeah, no, we spent about half an hour, almost an hour, I think. I don't know why I looked at my watch.
Catch up.
Yeah, just because it has been. I've been busy with work. You've been busy, with
life,
with everything.
Yeah.
So we haven't really had a chance to chat.
And by the way, can we just start by giving you a round of applause for that intro?
Yeah.
How amazing was that? You did that flawlessly, and we just came up with that right before we went live.
Yeah, no, I was literally about to start talking, and you were like, hey, you should scat. And I was like, okay.
Oh, man. So I don't know if we're really ready for some stomping grounds.
I mean, I clearly am not. We were talking before we started recording. As you will probably remember, the last batch of episodes, it was my semi-regular canceling of the WWE network because of the Saudi Arabia shows.
Which they never mentioned, by the way, in the build-up. No, I never saw the show.
If anything, it was like blah, blah, blah in Jeddah, and that was the closest you got. You had to know that Jeddah was in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played, Vince.
Yeah, right. But yeah, but oddly enough, going along with that, I also have not had a chance to watch any of the weekly product except NXT. I've been able to catch NXT, but like
What did I tell you when you said that you haven't been able to catch the weekly product? That you
I haven't really missed anything.
There you go. You really haven't missed much.
Yeah, no. And my response to that was, well, I mean, I've missed the 48-7 European champ.
Yes.
And I've missed Coffee Alexa, but I have the benefit of following everyone, or all the people that matter on social media.
Yep.
So
you get some highlights here and there.
Yeah, I've been able to follow a little bit. I know that Nikki and Alexa are now like pretty much like an official tag team. They had a tag team title opportunity this week, right?
They did against the Iconics.
Yeah. And something about Bayley messed it up.
Yes, of course. Well, she came out to even start the match, and Alexa was like, "What are you doing here?"
Oh,
kind of deal. Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I think
How
the
rude.
feud between the two of them's been pretty good. The feud between Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans has been pretty good. I know how much you just love Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
But I will say, on the mic, she is pretty good.
Yeah?
So she's starting to come around.
Okay.
She's starting to get that. Well, she's very heelish.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's been pretty good. The Yowie Wowie stuff is still great.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, it's just
Has he been anything like beyond just like backstage or pre-recorded segments?
he's supposed to get more of a larger role going forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but he hasn't.
No, I think he was supposed to show up. I think it was last night, but I watched most of it. I didn't catch anything with him like coming to the ring or anything. So
Yowie wowie.
yes. But there's and Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. That's been pretty good.
Yeah.
They're the tag team champions again.
Oh,
Yes.
I did not know.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
So Daniel Bryan's actually been pretty good. Him on the microphone is pretty good.
Oh yeah, you can't really go wrong with that.
Everything else has been kind of dull.
Yeah.
You've got some Brock Lesnar sightings, just to kind of show that, and he's actually turned the the briefcase into like a boombox.
You know, I had heard about that.
It's dumb.
Well, anything
dumb.
with Brock Lesnar is dumb.
Yes.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes. Shane McMahon has been nonstop on, just this push on both shows. Actually,
it's surprising that someone like Shane McMahon would get a push in the WWE. You know,
but
who would have thought?
This last week, or this the other day at Raw, he was doing this segment in the VIP room with oh god, now I can't remember their names. The tag teams that just re-signed.
The Revival?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I should have been like, oh, yeah, no, you'll get it.
Thank you.
You'll get it, yeah.
That's yes. So they were backstage because they're push guys now.
Yeah. Because that's the most
Drew,
airtime they'll get.
Drew is like McIntyre. He's like the beef for Shane O'Mac.
Mm-hmm.
But Shane had this awful looking bruise on his arm.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
pretty
bad.
From a Superman punch?
God.
Or was it just from his stiff punches?
I swear to God. And then Roman Reigns, comes back and, handles the Revival like that, just with a couple shoves, which is really great. That's a way to really put over a really strong tag team, former champions, actual champions.
Yeah.
And
top guys.
It's
out.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
But hey, they resigned. They signed up for it, so good for them.
Do we want to, before we get too far into the WWE, do we want to talk about all Double or Nothing?
Sure, we can.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
I did not think I'd enjoy a Rhodes versus Rhodes match so much.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
That was surprisingly one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah. That was awesome. The women, I'm surprised didn't get more of like a push, but of course the women's division isn't grown yet.
Yeah.
I think they still need to add a few
They have
more.
a handful of people, but like the
tag match?
That was a good tag match. Sorry,
I'm jumping.
Sorry. Yeah, I just to finish my thought, like I don't know if it's just because I happen to know the male competitors more in AEW, but like I feel like the female talent that they got was more of just like, oh, she's cool, whereas like a lot of the male talent like had worked a lot together on a very big public scene, so they already had established storylines to go through. So like it's and nothing against or not a knock on the women. It just happened to be a circumstance that was fortunate for the men, and the women, like you said, they're just going to have to work. I'm sure they will, and I'm sure it's going to be great. But they'll have to work on that with once they get the show up and running. What is that? October? No, October's when. October's when.
So the next one's All Out.
Yeah. That's in July. But no, I was talking about the TNT, like the weekly show.
It's either September or October. But I will be watching.
I believe October is when SmackDown moves to Fox. So
then it's got to be September.
Yeah. But yeah, I intend to watch as well.
Yeah. The tag match was awesome.
Yes.
The Jericho Omega match I thought was okay.
Yeah. It was.
But the ending made it.
Right, yeah. I was about to say, like, the match itself I don't think was main event quality.
No.
But there's with the way that it ended with Moxley coming in, there was nowhere else to put that on the card. Yeah. Like, as soon as they decided that Moxley was going to come in and fuck things up, like, it automatically made it main event. Because because that one little nugget, there was no way that anything was following that.
But I'd love.
And if it had been WWE, they would have put a Brock Lesnar match under. After that.
Of course, yeah, and put Roman Reigns in there too.
Yeah, and we would have all fallen asleep.
Exactly. But
nothing against Roman. I love Roman, but like
it's just sorry.
Brock is dead to me.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, right. He's been dead since he left for UFC, or he's been dead since he left for football, and I wasn't even watching WWE at that point.
But Jericho, demanding his thank you.
Yeah.
It's just been great.
Yeah.
It's just typical Jericho. I mean, it's fun, man.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it coming to TV on a regular basis. I'm definitely going to watch.
I think Double or Nothing was a good way to like show just like the kind of attitude that they have towards it, where they're taking it serious, but they're not like taking all the fun out of it.
Sure.
You know, like even with like what like Cody did, smashing the throne, you know, with the sledgehammer, like an obvious knock on Triple H.
Yep.
Like, but it felt like it was like, we all get it, right, guys? Clack. You know, it wasn't like, I fucking hate Triple H. He's, you know, like,
yeah.
Because I don't think that that's the attitude Cody has either. Like,
no, it's that shock value, which is fun, and I think that's what's going to carry them for a little bit. My concern is what's next.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and I think that's what WWE's banking on, and I almost wonder if that's why their product is so boring right now in WWE, is because they feel like, well, you know, we've got a diluted product, we don't need to push anything right now, we'll let them have some light, but there's
and you know why WWE thinks that way?
Because WWE stands for
Walk with the Lions. Yeah. No, it's because...
Oh, sorry, I thought we were on a thing.
But no, you bring up a good point that they don't think that that All Elite Wrestling has that longevity.
Right.
They don't have like a long distance plan or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And if I totally agree that that's probably the case, and that's the case because WWE doesn't have, long vision. Like they, they
really don't.
Let me rephrase that. Vince,
you're exactly right.
Doesn't have the long vision. Like, not to sound like a broken record, like everyone else that's talked about, the WWE in the past 10 years. But like once like someone like Triple H, takes over, and who knows, 2020 when XFL gets underway, maybe we'll get to see it.
That would be nice.
It'll be better. Tried and true. Like, look at NXT.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, fart jokes and crotch, chops can only take you so far.
And Uzi hot.
Yeah.
That was another reason why I
just terrible
stopped.
Man. Just terrible.
So I've been super busy with work, and because of recent things, like my interest in actually watching the weekly product has died so much because of things like Uzi Hot, and the wild card rule. Like the wild card rule was actually the last nail in the coffin, the straw that broke this camel's back, if you will.
I will say it was pretty funny. WWE, I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they posted something on Twitter a couple Mondays ago, like, who's ready for Monday Night Raw? What does everybody want to see? And just the comments were so entertaining.
Yeah.
It's like, just people just posting stuff. And I ended up posting a picture of EC3 just in the corner, just shaking his head, like not getting a chance. He's another guy that I think, he can't wait to get out of his contract.
I'm sure. It's a shame because he's a good talent.
Yeah.
But he's wasted.
Yep.
Wasted.
I will say in Twitter, while we were talking about Twitter, I did notice last night Jeff Hardy posted on Twitter that a little tease.
Oh?
Yes. And he said that, the look and the feel that you give to other people, when he's talking about wrestling, gets you to the point that there are no more words.
Oh.
And that was the theme song after, when he did a singles run.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds to me like Mr. Jeff Hardy is going to break out his old theme song and do a singles run when he comes back from injury, which to me, it's one of my favorite intro songs.
Yeah.
Or it was. Of course, I'm a giant Jeff Hardy mark for all of you that know that.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be great. When that music hits, I'm going to mark out to it.
Now, is he going to bring back any of his other characters, like Itchweed or...
No.
Or what, it's not Indigo. The weird
yes
thing.
Yes.
The Mothman.
No, he won't do any of that. And Matt Hardy and Rebby Sky are having another baby.
Oh, good for them.
Yep. So we got that going.
I'm sorry. How wonderful.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, so let's jump into this card, which I really don't think will take too long for us to go through.
Cool.
Because there's not too much to talk about.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty weak card.
Tell me the matches and tell me what's been going on with the wrestlers.
Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. This one is...
a lot of beef in that ring.
This one is essentially... Drew is acting as Shane McMahon's henchman. Shane McMahon, is kind of the BMOC right now, or the big man on campus. So
whatever. Fucking Mia Yim's the head baddie in charge. So
you're right. You're right.
My personal friend Mia Yim.
That's true.
Yeah.
Witness.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty dumb storyline. Both are kind of going back and forth. They made it personal with Roman's family the other night.
Yeah.
So
The Rock?
No,
the Usos?
Drew essentially said that he's going to beat him up so bad he's going to go home to his family and his family's going to cry because he doesn't look the same as he used to. Something along those lines in a Drew McIntyre kind of accent.
Speaking of fucking with Roman's family...
Yeah.
Do you remember way back when, like 2, maybe 3 years ago, he had that feud with Bray Wyatt, and it was the what was it, Little Teapot? Because that commercial had just come out with Roman Reigns playing, tea time with his daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then like the last thing that they did was like basically insinuating that Bray Wyatt kidnapped his daughter, and then it just didn't go anywhere,
and it was just died. It died on the vine, and that might be one of those things that Vince maybe killed about 20 minutes before it's supposed to start. Which is one of the things that Johnny Moxley brought up, and said that really pissed him off. That he'd get the script, he'd practice the script, and then they'd go through, and it would take him multiple takes to get it done, and then you go live, and Vince is like, "Nah, scrap that. I want you to say something else."
Yeah,
he's like, "Come on, man."
Pooper scooper, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This match seems kind of dumb to me.
Yeah.
I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
Like it.
You
like that?
Yeah. Yeah. But do you have a big dog in the fight?
I think Roman Reigns, from a smart perspective, is going to win.
Yeah.
I really don't give a shit who actually wins. I can't really get behind anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I guess I'll mark out if Drew McIntyre wins. I don't know. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
I don't even feel that confident about it.
Well, so I guess I totally agree that it makes sense from a smart perspective for Roman to go over on this one, if I may use a little insider terminology.
There you go.
Without really having seen the build up at all, I'm just gonna go with my gut, and I'll mark out if Roman wins. There, cool. We have a little.
There we go.
Different sides.
If I lose the fucking belt to that shit,
if that's watch that be the main event, and we're tied, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know what'll happen. Xavier Woods and Big E.
Yeah,
Big E is back.
Good.
Yes.
There we go.
And actually, Xavier Woods had a singles match last night.
Yeah.
And it was pretty impressive. He's holding his own.
Yeah.
They are in a tag team match against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Big O versus Big E?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yes.
And also teaming with Sammy. That's fun.
Yes.
When did Sammy get back?
Sammy's been back, and actually Sammy
because
he's been back for I don't know, a month or so, a little while.
That's right. That's right. He was because he had that whole thing of like, he was doing the keyboard warrior thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. It's just been so long since I've watched.
Yes. And shocker, they put those two back together.
Yeah.
Best friends.
Yeah.
I like Owens and Zayn.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah.
I actually think we're going to start to see a breakup of the New Day.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're seeing both guys Kofi's got the belt, right?
Yeah.
So he's got his own singles push.
He still has the belt? That's good.
Yep.
That's good
and so both guys, both Big E and Xavier Woods, are now kind of trying out the singles thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are tagging here.
Right.
But I kind of see a breakup on the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
As much as I love my New Day boys, I think I would be more excited if Owens and Zayn won out here, because I really do like Owens and Zayn, and and also since I haven't gotten to see them wrestle a whole lot recently, especially not together.
Sure.
It's been probably a year since I've seen both of them together in a match. Mm-hmm. If not more. And by the time I stopped watching, a month or so ago, neither of them had a whole lot to do in the ring other than a little bit of talking. And then Kevin Owens with his thing with the New Day, that was fun. But yeah, I think I would mark out more to that.
Okay. I think it's going to be a fun match.
Yes, yeah. No, regardless, it's going to be a fun match
on this card. I think it'll be a good one.
And I think you're probably right. To smark to that as well. And sure, why not? Why wouldn't they try to break up the New Day now?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We've got a triple threat for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Ooh.
We've got Tiny Knees.
Yep.
Tozawa. Mm-hmm. And Drew Gulak.
Oh, Gulak.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to me, Mr.
How's the build up been to this one?
Exactly. To me, Gulak's got the most personality out of the group.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
You son of a bitch. Because I was about to be like, I bet I've got the wild card here, because I would love it if Gulak won. I fucking love Gulak.
Yeah.
You see him on NXT a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Maybe about a month ago at this point. So good. So good. I miss he and Jack Gallagher and one or two other guys were Cedric
Alexander.
Cedric the Entertainer. Alexander. Were some of my favorite parts of 205 being on Raw when it was on Raw.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna mark to Gulak. I don't know, since I haven't really ever followed around with 205, I don't really know how they do things, but I guess leave it on Tony Nese for my smark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're in the same boat.
Good. Wonderful. I'm glad we started out.
What about this? What if they move 205 to NXT?
Yeah.
Do you think more people would pay attention?
Probably. If it on the the live feed that they do or whatever, their 24-hour feed.
Yeah.
If they just had it immediately follow NXT, so then you have 2 hours of wrestling back to
Why not?
I think you probably have a better chance of people actually watching it, because it's you're asking people to watch something on television and then switch to the network. You're asking them to switch platforms. Right there, you've
lost half your audience.
You've lost half your audience, because people like me are either one, too lazy, or two, not watching it live.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter.
Right. So then it would just be 205. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery.
Oh, well.
This is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. No, there's some good wrestlers there.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think on a week card, I think this could be pretty cool to watch.
Yeah.
I'm going with Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what Daniel Bryan brings to the table. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Part of me likes Heavy Machinery too.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of torn.
Tucky.
I think I'm going to stick it out. I think I'm going to stick with the Smark and Mark to Bryan and Rowan.
Yeah.
But I would hope that they put on a good show here.
Well, good. because I was about to say I miss seeing Heavy Machinery fight in a match.
Right.
I don't know if they been doing shit. They must have done something for the build up, right?
Sure.
A little squash match or something.
Yeah.
I actually think that I might mark out more to Heavy Machinery winning.
There you go.
So
Good.
boom, 2 matches.
Good.
Two matches to decide.
This next one will be pretty easy. Universal Championship: Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin.
Oh. I'll let you talk while I type.
Well, essentially, on Monday, this will be the best part. Essentially, Seth Rollins went around hitting everybody
real quick,
with chairs.
I will say, smark to Brian and Rowan.
Okay.
For that last one.
So Rollins essentially went around hitting everybody with chairs.
Yeah.
Rollins had a really good match against Daniel Bryan, like really good match.
Yeah.
And then he got hit with a chair after he won.
Oh no!
By Baron Corbin.
Oh, that dastardly heel.
And then Baron Corbin hit him multiple times with the chair, took him to the ring, and then stood there with his belt raised high. I'm sorry, man. Baron Corbin.
It's not the year of Corbin for you?
No. It's never going to be the year of Baron Corbin.
Are you trying to tell me that you don't like Baron Corbin anymore?
I've always loathed Baron Corbin. That's like me saying that you liked Lacey Evans.
Whoa.
Right.
Let's not be too hasty.
Exactly. So I'm going Seth Rollins both ways.
Gotcha. Yeah. Same.
Okay. Good. This next 2 matches I think are going to next 3. Actually, the last 4 matches I've got on the card are actually going to be pretty good. Fun to talk about. You ready?
Go for it.
So we've got the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley against Little Miss Bliss. The one that you used to like. Then you changed to Becky Lynch, and now you seem to be back.
I can't. I
can't help falling in love with her?
you. I can one. I can like multiple wrestlers. 2. Bliss was on the shelf due to injury for quite some time. I couldn't root for a woman who wasn't wrestling.
Mm-hmm. No, it's cool, man. Yeah.
That being said, I'm going to mark out to anything that Alexa Bliss does at this match.
Yeah, I bet.
Everything.
I think this is a tough one to call because I'd hate for Bayley to lose the belt.
Yeah.
But I think from a Smart perspective, she keeps it.
Yeah.
We keep this feud going. I think Bayley wins by DQ.
Oh.
Mark out Bliss. She is just too hot on the mic. She's too hot in person. Good Lord. She is smoke show hot. It was so great last year when you picked Becky Lynch. Actually, even into this year when you picked Becky Lynch over her. Because then I just picked her up. I scooped her up just like when Buddy dropped her. I took her and I told her everything was going to be all right.
Yeah, hold on.
And you know what?
I've got a call coming in from your wife real quick. Should I tell your wife what you're saying about?
Oh, you know what? I think that phone line just went out. It's so weird. But yeah. So I'm going with Bliss. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, okay.
Are we on to the next match? What you got? Same thing.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Do you think in what world do you think I pick Alexa Bliss or I pick Bayley over Alexa Bliss?
Well, if you would have asked me a couple months ago, it would have been a no-brainer.
Bayley?
Yeah.
I love Bayley, but come on.
Yeah. Well, you were not a fan of Alexa Bliss, that's for sure.
If you want me to like have Sophie's choice of wrestling, put Bliss against Becky Lynch, then I won't know what to say.
Deal.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Vince.
U.S. Championship. Rick
O'Shea.
Against Samoa Joe. That's how Chris Jericho calls him.
Yeah.
Samoa
Joe.
Samoa Joe. Against Rick Ochette is what he says. Yes. So we got Ricochet against Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be
I assume
match.
Joe still has the title?
Joe still has the title, yes. What do you think?
Well, the build-up to this match.
Oh, really? What's the build-up then?
I don't know what the
Ricochet's been on fire.
Yeah?
On fire.
They should put him out.
His matches have been great. And actually, he's starting to use the code breaker. Yes.
Break down the walls.
Yes. I think doing the, the 460, 640, 540 splash, or whatever he uses. Yeah. I think it's starting to take a toll on him. Mm. Kind of like, you could tell with like Jeff Hardy and stuff when they need to find an alternate finisher. Yeah. So I think the code breaker is what he's starting to use.
Remind me, the code breaker, is that when he backpacks? Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, it's Jericho's move. Is that where he like grabs by the shoulders and jumps up and like knees? Is it the chest or the back? Like, is it face to face or face to Bailey to back?
It's kind of like to shoulder, like it's to shoulder. I'm trying to do it in person here. He just
here. Let me stand up and I'll just do it to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean Ricochet has been on fire. Like he makes
basically what I'm saying is it similar to the bank statement?
No.
Or is that what? Yeah, the bank statement.
I thought that was her finisher, like her submission finisher.
Is that her finisher? What's the thing where she like jumps up on like Yoda's the person, grabs their shoulders from behind, jumps up with their knees and pulls them back. That's if for whatever reason that's what I'm
flip it around. It's the front to front.
Yeah.
So it's not he doesn't go on their back.
Right.
The code breaker's to the front.
Right. Okay.
You'll recognize it.
Yeah. No. I mean, I could just Google it.
You could. But
there's one person who's listening is like, God damn it, it's just like that. And yes, I get it. Don't worry. As soon as we're done recording, I'm going to Google it so I can see it.
Yeah, SJY 3000's like, what the hell, man? Yeah.
Chris Jericho himself, because he listens. It's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Ricochet stealing my move. That's what he cares more about.
Actually, he came out and said he's okay with it. He just doesn't think that they should call it the code breaker. He wants Ricochet to come up with its own name.
That's true, because the code breaker is like specific to Jericho.
Yeah. So he wants...
It's like calling a 619 a 619.
Right.
Like that's an area code.
So he just wants... He was like, but they should call it something else. Yeah. So
it's like how John Moxley calls it the Dirty Deeds instead of a DDT.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I love that he's using the song Dirty Deeds as his entrance music.
Yeah, pretty cool,
at
right?
indie shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see him beat up? God, we're off track again.
Enzo Cast. I saw
yeah.
that. It was great.
You can't teach that.
No.
All right, so who do you like?
I've already forgotten what we were talking. Ricochet and
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Yes. For the United States Championship.
I think from a Mark perspective, I'd probably be more excited if my favorite Irish wrestler, Rick O'Shea, came out on top.
Okay.
But I think they probably keep the title on Joe.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yep. The WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, the show stealer?
The
showstopper?
Showstopper, yes. Yes.
Is there someone who is the show stealer?
Well, Shawn Michaels was something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Ziggler steals the show.
Oh.
The showstopper is Shawn Michaels. Thank you.
You know what? Tune up the band. Let's have a super kick party.
So Ziggler's come out just spitting fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Some might say he's come out swinging.
He's, he deserves to be in the title fight. He deserves to get the recognition. He deserves, and it's all everybody else's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, and I think it's a very capable opponent.
Yeah.
For Kofi.
A very gabeable opponent.
Ooh, nice when he cut his hair, by the way. Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
So he could look more like his actual father, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Yep. You're exactly right.
And Robert Roode grew a mustache.
He did. He looks kind of creepy. Don't welcome him around elementary school. It's creepy.
He's that kind of creepy that has to let you know that he's moved into the neighborhood.
Yes, like a Jet Green Street creepy. I mean, it's really bad.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah, just go with it. I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
Like
butter. You're on a roll.
I think Kingston keeps the belt.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a damn good match. Or at least has potential to be a damn good match.
I don't know who I would mark out to more.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. It would be cool for a title change, but it probably won't happen.
Right.
But I'm not.
I feel like in realistic sense,
either.
I feel like in realistic sense, no title change until SummerSlam for Kofi.
Yeah,
you know?
that's why I think from a smart perspective.
Yeah.
But both guys, if either one wins, I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'll go Kofi go both ways.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so since I'm kind of in the same boat, I'm going to make this interesting. And I'm going to say Kofi for Smark. But I'm going to go with Dolph for Mark.
You know, I actually had that in my notes, and I was kicking myself.
If this is the one that wins me the title back.
Yeah. It's clearly in my notes. But, oh well. All right, last match. Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch. What, you didn't say that when I said Alexa Bliss
yes,
earlier?
I did.
No, you did not.
I very much did.
You checked the tape. You did not give that same smirk and
maybe not right into the microphone.
Yeah.
Maybe I was yelling at my Echo to shut up.
Yeah. The man, Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Again?
I was an
Unbelievable.
Who's she facing? Lacey Evans, everyone's favorite.
So we have Becky Lynch.
Housewife.
Against Lacey Evans. Unbelievable.
You know who I think is going to win this? Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I bet.
Nikki Cross is going to come in and just mess things up.
That's why I said I think Bayley wins by DQ, because I think she does come in and mess it up, but that's a different match. I think they've done a good job of really pushing the heel character of Lacey Evans. Mm-hmm. I do think it's interesting that Lacey Evans has now called out the relationship between the man Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Oh, she's made it personal.
Right. So we'll see if that plays into anything. Mm-hmm. But Becky Lynch is really great on the mic too. I mean, it's really cool. At one point she was talking about how Becky Lynch makes her name for herself out in the ring, while Lacey Evans makes her name for herself in the back.
Oh. Yes.
Burn.
Ooh.
So, I think the man wins both ways there.
Yeah.
I still am not. I'm not going to get excited if Lacey Evans wins.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you see different.
Yeah. No, this is going to be a shocker to you. I'm going to throw a curveball, a wrench into the gears, if you will.
Liar.
I choose the same thing. Becky Lynch all the way.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty straightforward. So that's the card.
No ladies tag match?
No.
That's a shame. I would love for this pay-per-view to be iconic.
Now, there might be a 24/7 match.
Yeah. Well, there's always...
Can you tell me who has that belt?
Last I saw on Twitter, young master Drake Maverick had won it off of R-Truth. I don't know if it's
you are correct.
Changed hands since.
It has not.
Who knows? Someone, EC3 could be winning it right now.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yes. And also...
Zack Ryder could be... Oh, hey, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins are they still tag champs?
They lost.
To
the Revival.
The Revival has the champs?
Yeah.
So the Revival aren't defending on this pay-per-view?
That's correct.
Because, well, at least, you know what? At least the Revival won their belts back.
Well, and the Revival's making joke of it that because they signed those contracts, and now they're VIP. Now they're big timers. That's why they won their belts.
Oh.
So they're kind of making light of it, saying that that's the reason why. But yeah.
Well, I remember some big speaking of the revival, some big speculation was they won the belts to entice them to sign the contract. Then as soon as they signed it, that's why they lost in such, unceremonious fashion.
But because they're aligning themselves to Shane McMahon, that now they're big timers.
Yeah.
Also, no Elias.
Then what's the point of watching?
You know
what?
right?
I'm going to keep my subscription canceled. I'm protesting until Elias gets back on the card.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
He won the 24/7 at one point there.
Nice.
He did. Yep.
Nice.
He's one of those champions.
Yeah. Has Titus O'Neil won it a second time? Because he was. Let us not forget that Titus worldwide.
Hua.
Was the inaugural 24/7 champ.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Put some respect on his name.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's the card.
Yeah.
So unless something changes, there's a couple matches that I think will be interesting.
Yeah.
Good enough for maybe you to sign back up again and watch.
Is this pay-per-view worth $10? Probably.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What's $10?
Right.
Well, I guess it's a lot of things nowadays.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it. I think we covered a lot.
Yeah. How's Renee Young been doing on the show? Has she been getting any punishment for her husband?
No, she's been just fine. She's been normal.
Good.
I think because there probably isn't too much bad blood.
Yeah.
He wrote out his contract like a good soldier.
Yeah.
And
every single one of those interviews that he gives where he, quote unquote buries WWE, he always starts with and peppers throughout like, I appreciate everything that I got from the WWE. I'm not trying to put that kind of spin on it.
Right.
But there are some problems that I have. And from all reports, like Vince is very much like, hey, as long as it's good television, I don't care what you say about me.
Right.
Like there was that back. I remember watching this on the like XFL documentary or whatever. Like he had like an interview with like an ESPN guy or SportsCenter guy or something like that, where like he was just going nuts, getting heated with the guy. Like,
yeah.
And as soon as the camera stopped, he was like, "Oh man, that was so great. That was so fun." Like like completely different person once the cameras stopped.
There's no such thing as negative attention.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. The only bad news is no news.
Exactly. So anyway, so there we go. We'll follow up next week. See if I'm still holding the title or if because Roman Reigns won, I lose it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But until next time, drinks on you, Malt. I'm out of here.